Hey family, how you doing? Look, I'm glad that you're here. Make sure you take time to do two things. Number one, subscribe to the channel. Number two, make sure that you like the channel. Listen, today I want to talk about overcoming obstacles, because as you are being a leader and leading your life, that there's something that you must know that is common with all leaders, and that is obstacle. If you come into contact with anyone that has not ever had any obstacles in their life, you should be mindful of them, because great success comes with great resistance. Frederick Douglass says, "For where there's no resistance, there cannot be any progress." I know that you don't like hindrances. I understand that you do not like obstacles, but it is these obstacles that make you who you are. So there are some things that we need to share today that can help you overcome some of your hardest challenges, some of your most difficult times, as well as knowing that tough times don't last always. So here's things that I want to share. When you're going through tough times, I want you to realize that you can overcome tough times by staying focused on the bigger picture. There are many people that lose focus on where they're going because they become distracted by the small things that they encounter. You cannot afford to be distracted by small things that you cannot change. The late Stephen Covey said that you should not worry about those things you can't control. So why are you spending all day, all night, all month, the remainder of the year focusing on those things that are outside of your control, outside of your domain, outside of your level of responsibility? One way to overcome trials is that you got to get to a place to where you can just focus on what matters. That is premium. Focus on what matters. Everything that you encounter does not matter. Every issue that you encounter does not deserve a response. There are many of you that are suffering from distractions. You have so many distractions in your life that you're trying to respond to every distraction. If you're going to focus on the bigger picture, sometimes you have to focus on what matters. I cannot say that enough. You've got to focus on what matters. And what matters should be in line with the bigger pictures. There used to be long-term goals and short-term goals. Today, I want you to know that you need both of them. You just don't need long-term goals. Neither do you only need short-term goals. You need them both. And when you're distracted by your short-term goals, you should be reminded of what the long-term goal is. What is the bigger picture? All right, the next thing that is important, when you are trying to accomplish your dream, you cannot spend time with negative people. Negative people will distract you. Negative people will take your time away from you. Negative people will put you in a place of procrastination. It is necessary for you to identify those that are negative in your life and make sure that you compartmentalize your time, your attention on where you're going. Because if you spend time with people that are never happy about their own life, that have never made decisions about their own life, if you spend too much time with these types of people, my brothers and sisters, you could end up in a position having big dreams with no actions. Which leads me to my third point. You cannot accomplish any dream if you do not put action to it. There are too many people that write their visions down, they write their dreams down. There are many people that speak their dreams out loud, but you cannot fulfill any dream without action. So in the book of James, he talks about faith without works being dead. Listen, if you're going to accomplish your dream, you must know that it is necessary for you to have faith and works. You cannot just have faith alone. Neither can you just have works alone. Why? Because there are some people that have great work ethics, but they're not fulfilling their purpose. They're doing everything else except fulfilling their purpose. It is imperative that you know that what's in you needs to come out. You must spend some time discerning and developing and cultivating those gifts that are within. If you don't spend that time, my brothers and sisters, you're going to watch people all around you, people that don't have the resources you have, people that don't have the level of education that you have, people that don't have the level of professionalism that you have, but they will outwork you. You got to know that if you're going to accomplish your dream, you cannot afford to let anybody around you outwork you. You got to work hard. You got to put work in it. And listen, it is necessary that you put blood, sweat, and tears towards the bigger picture. I know you're crying, but don't let your tears stop you from propelling forward. It is up to you to move forward. All right, the last thing that I'm going to tell you, as you are accomplishing your dream, as you are moving forward towards your dream, you must learn to celebrate yourself. Out of all of the strategies that I've ever heard, one of the things that we do not promote enough is celebrating yourself. Celebrating yourself does not mean that you have to go on a lavish vacation. It does not mean that you have to go on a cruise around the world, but you need to take time to acknowledge that you've accomplished something and reward yourself for it. Buy yourself a bag of potato chips. Buy yourself some cookies. You must learn to celebrate yourself. Why? Because if you don't celebrate yourself, you will get to a moment where things will become difficult, things will become challenging, and you will feel like it is necessary for you to retreat. It's necessary for you to quit. No, quitters are for people that have lost vision. Quitters are for people that feel as though that's the only way out. But winners don't quit. Winners refocus. Before they quit, real winners will re-strategize. Listen, learn how to reinvent yourself. Learn how to become who you need to be. And stop waiting for people to be what you need to be. There are too many of you with greatness, and you're listening to me today, and you're waiting for people, you're waiting for family, you're waiting for friends, you're waiting for children, you're waiting for all these people to be something that you need to make up in your mind that you're going to become. Greatness never happens because you only think of it. Greatness happens when you become resilient, when you become persistent, when you become determined. Greatness happens when you get over your failure. Greatness happens when you realize that you can use your weaknesses in order to accomplish the goal. Stop looking at what you're not doing. Stop spending time complaining and learn that this is the season for you to become great. Great leaders don't become great because they sit and wait. Great leaders become great because they persevere through hard places and hard times. Today you're listening to me. You're great. Yes, you are. You're great. Now it's time for you to prove to the world how great you really are. Stop counting up what you did not do. Stop counting how long it's been. Know that now is the right season for you to become. You only have a little while left in this year. Go ahead, cast the vision for 2021. I know that just blew your mind. But listen, if you're waiting to only accomplish something in the next year, why not go ahead and see that I can accomplish these things in the next year? I'm already focusing on 2021. Why? Because greatness is not limited to 12 months. Transform your life and build legacy from where you are, because greatness is in you. Hey, subscribe to the channel. Make sure you give me a like, and I'll see you later this week.